Hi, I'm Chris Kohlman, and I'm a teacher at Margaret Wooding School in the Prairie Rose School Division. In a partnership with the Medicine Hat Public Library, we'd like to bring you a series of games that you can do at home with your family by either buying the game or just doing it yourself and building some of the cards and that type of thing, the materials that you'll need to play the game. So today we're going to talk about reverse charades. Now, what I like about this game is typically in charades, one person would be doing the acting and everybody's guessing. Reverse charades, it flips that. So you have everybody acting and one person on the team guessing. Now, this game works with a lot of people, and it's more people the better. However, we can't really do that in this age of social distancing, so I'm going to teach you today a way that you're able to play this with just your small family at home. Now, the game comes with a series of cards, and they're double-sided, so you never run out of cards. I mean, this is just some of the cards that I have, but there's tons more. So the game comes with cards that have two sides to them, much like that. So this is, of course, the pool table and spandex. New Year's Eve, there's a bullfight on the side. So there's tons of cards that you have. I also even have a Canadian version as well that I purchased. So there's not really a lot of American stuff in here, but they have a Canadian thing that's actually quite hard to. But probably the most important thing that I've done with this, and this is where the do-it-yourself comes into play, is about half of these cards in terms of students, and it also depends on the age, would understand what the reference is. So what I went and did was I created my own reverse charades. So just by using index cards, I wrote my own reverse charades cards that my kids could do. So probably this is camping, or this is chopping down a tree, this is a dolphin, so then you have a lot of kids on the floor kind of mimicking what a dolphin is, making your bed, you've got a frog. So you've got tons of cards that kids would understand, and you can even do your own type of thing that maybe just your students would understand, or even just kind of, if you're playing with your family, maybe just kind of inside jokes with your family that you could easily do. So that's a whole lot of fun. So as we were kind of going through this, I was trying to find an example of how you play. I found a couple of cards that I don't think I would use with students. I don't think they'd understand who Napoleon was. I don't think they'd understand, of course I don't want them to have underwear. So that's one of the reasons why you may want to even use your own cards, or at least go through these and kind of sort through the cards that you may want to play with students. Now, how you typically play is, so I'm going to talk about this from a classroom point of view, and then what I'm going to do is I'll talk about how you actually would play this in a small group with your family. So in a classroom, what you would do is you would break them up into two teams, and you'd have everybody except the one person guessing up at the front. And I always like to tell them, okay, make sure that you're staying up at the front, you're not, because kids in the rest of the group will kind of tend to crowd around the person and move up as they're doing the actions. And I would say, okay, move back, and I always have to make sure they're kind of standing back. So what you would do is you'd have the card, somebody from the other team would be behind the person guessing, and they would be holding the cards above their head. Now, this person obviously can't see, but the people in front of them can see, and also then the people on the other side can see what the team is trying to act out. And so as the person is trying to guess, and like, oh, what are they? Brush your teeth. And yes, you get it. And as soon as they get it, you pick a new card, and that goes above the person's head. So this is how you keep up the score. The number of points that person earns, and the number of correct guesses, that's a point for that team. And it's just very simple. And then once time is done, and there is a timer that comes with the game, and you can easily use, at home, you can easily use your phone or whatever the case is. Time is up, next team's turn, and you'd find somebody from the other team to be the guesser, and everybody from that team would go up to the front. So yeah, very simple on how to play. It's not hard to learn, and a lot of the kids have fun. Let me show you a way that you're able to play this at home with a small family. Okay, well, let's learn how to play this in a small group. Now, so say if you have a family of 4 or 5, what you would simply do is you would just have one person, everybody would take turns guessing, and one person would be sitting in a chair such as this, and everybody would be up at the front acting. And all you would simply do is, so with my cards, they're only single-sided, and so all you would simply do is have the person go and hold it in front of them so that everybody in the front is able to guess. Now, if you actually purchased the game and had the regular reverse charades, you might want to simply just use the one. Now remember, these are double-sided cards, so you can simply have the one side facing you and the other side you simply wouldn't be using. So that's an example of how you're able to play with kind of a smaller group and just have everybody be a team of one. That's the easiest way. So thanks a lot for watching on behalf of the Prairie Rose School Division and Medicine Hat Public Library. Hopefully this gives you some ideas of some fun ways that you can spend at home as we social distance and be safe with one another. Thanks a lot for watching.